Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And yesterday, the first puzzle in the series of 6 that I did for the video said it was by Viking Prime, but with a question mark, because it was based on a Viking Prime puzzle, and GDC had done a brilliant riff on that puzzle. Today I'm doing a puzzle recommended by Viking Prime, so we're not quite doing a Viking Prime puzzle, but we're getting close to it. So Viking Prime saw this puzzle by Katie Splendor and said this is brilliant and you should feature it, and I'm going to try and do that. Looking forward to it. Now, I looked up the pronunciation of the first word of the title here and I was very surprised. I would have said Sagitta or Sagitta, but that's totally wrong. Apparently it's Sagitta or Sagitta. And I did not know that, but there we go. That is the Latin for arrow. I remember that in the early Latin classes that I had at school. That was one of the very favoured pieces of vocabulary that you had to learn. I'm sure we pronounced it Sagitta at school, but there we go. Anyway, it's Sagitta Speakeasy today. I will look at the rules in a moment. Don't forget that on Patreon, on the 1st of the month, we've got a new Sudoku hunt coming up. 7 labours for you to get through, and they're being tested at the moment. I hope they'll be good, and I hope you'll enjoy them. We're looking forward to bringing that to you. And until then, loads actually going up on Patreon today. So Simon's done his crossword masterclass on the main channel. A really tough puzzle from the Times by John Henderson, Cryptic crossword, obviously. I did a version, well, I did my solve of that at speed, and that's on Patreon if you want to see that equivalent version. Also on Patreon today, a new connections video. Also on Patreon today, the second of 3 solution videos to last month's Sudoku hunt, which was regeneration. So loads going on Patreon. Do join us on Patreon. $2 or $3 a month. You get the Sudoku hunts, you get crossword and connections videos, the odd freebie like today, and of course, yeah, there's solution videos if you're on the $3 rate. Now, what else have we got going on? We've got all of our apps, of course, which do feature line Sudoku and domino Sudoku, as well as Fog of War is the latest big one, and the worms. I mean, they're not big, but they are clever. They're by Marty Sears and James Sinclair so far, and we think they're brilliant. So check those out. And of course, you can support SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD on a link under the video as well. So do consider that. Sven is a masterful genius who brings us the software that we use every day now, and we do urge you to support him. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the rules of Sagitta Speakeasy. I mean, I did start wondering, is Sagitta or some other pronunciation a city somewhere in the US, but I'm not aware that it is. Speakeasy is obviously I mean, I think the Latin for arrow is fairly clear. We have these arrows drawn in the grid. I can't trace them, but you know what I mean. Speakeasy is a place where you get illicit booze back in the Prohibition era. So, it's a great word, whatever it means. Anyway, let's have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The 9 green squares form an extra region containing the digits 1 to 9. Interesting. Modular lines. Any set of 3 consecutive digits along a hollow teal modular line must contain a digit from each of the following sets: 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 6, 9. Digits separated by an X sum to 10, digits separated by a V sum to 5, digits separated by a black dot have a ratio of 2 to 1, digits separated by a white dot have a difference of 1. They are consecutive. No negative constraints. Give it a try. That's all we know. Let's get cracking. So there is a degree of symmetry here, not just in these arrows, but in where these extra greens are, in the black dots and white dots. Okay, let's mark up the V's, which, I was going to treat these squares as evens. That's bonkers. Okay, but there's one of each each flavor of 1, 2, 3, 4 on a green cell here. So the central green cells are 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 because this is an extra region of digits. Okay, and 2 of those appear on... Right, the thing you can do with these modular lines, and the same is true of entropic lines and some other types, no it's not, just entropic lines and modular lines, is you can say that every third cell is from the same set. And the reason you can do that, let's colour these red, let's make those red and blue from different modular sets. That one has to be from the third modular set, yellow. Now this one also has to be from yellow because it's part of that sequence. And the effect of this is every third cell is the same colour. So we are going to find that the length of this loop is divisible by 3. That is kind of a must, otherwise the puzzle is broken from the outset. And there we go. We've coloured that one up. And maybe I should have chosen the other, but I've chosen this one. This digit is 6, 7, 8 or 9 because of the X. These are in the same set. Okay, that set is not... Ah, no, hang on. I was going to... Yes, these are... Sorry, my colouring has slightly obscured the fact that these are green squares and therefore different digits. And that means the red set is not 1, 4, 7, because both of those would be 7s, and that would be 2 of them in the extra region. So the red set is now either 2, 5, 8, and that's a 5, 8 pair, and that's a 2, or 3, 6, 9, and that's a 6, 9 pair, and that's a 3. Now, given the 2 or 3 here, we can take out 6 and 9 from there, and 1 and 4 from there. And now we know that yellow is the other of 2, 5, 8 or 3, 6, 9, because we're down to only 2 candidates in this cell. And that means that the 1, 4, 7 set, which must appear every 3 cells on this line, is the blue. On this black dot, we can't have a 7, so we have 1 or 4 here. This digit is 2 or 8, and that is from a very specific set, and I don't know what to colour it, because I was doing red and yellow. This is either red or yellow, but it's the 2, 5, 8 set. And then 3 away from that on this line, we can colour this one from the same set as well. The trouble is I almost want to colour this arrow 3 different colours and then try and match them up, but I'm wondering if that's just going to confuse me really badly. I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to go green, orange and what? I don't know, blue. No, let's use pink. Green, orange and pink. So it's the pink one that's interesting because it's got all the squares, all the extra region cells on it. So what's happening on the pink one? Have we got the same kind of deal? We have, of course we have. These can't be from the 1, 4, 7 set because they have to be different and there's only one candidate. Therefore this is not from the 1, 4, 7 set. Therefore this isn't as well because of the V. And now we know that the 1, 4, 7 set is orange and we can turn it blue. Now, I don't know which of 2, 5, 8 or 3, 6, 9 these pinks are, but I do know that they're different from red because they're going to use the same digits. If they used the same digits as red, we'd have repeats on the squares in the extra region set. So we are going to have to call yellow, and these greens we can now call red, and we have matched up the colours. But, oh, this digit is clearly not a 7 on a black dot as well. So now we've got, I can colour 2, 8, yellow or red. We've now got a 1, 4, 2, 8 set across the middle. Actually, hang on, this is a more important group. We've got a 5, 6, 8, 9 group in the extra region of different cells. So that's a 7 in the middle, the last extra region. Isn't that weird? The first extra region cell that we can actually put a digit in, the first digit in the whole puzzle that we can complete, is because it's kind of left over from all the sets that are actually telling us anything. 5, 6, 8, 9. Ah, yes, we've got a 2, 3 pair in the squares now, so it's good that I was doing that. So these other V's are 1, 4s. And this digit can't be right. This X can't have a 2 or a 3 on, so it's not 2, 8 or 3, 7. Therefore, it is 1, 9 or 4, 6. But we've got a 1, 4 pair looking at that digit. So that's the high one. This is the low one. Okay, I'm going to colour these. Oh, I don't, well, in a way it doesn't matter, but look, that blue cell has to be the same as that one. I know I can make them blue because 1, 4, 7 is a group. And where does this digit that is there, and it must be there because it's on this V and it's not in the corner, where does this go in row 3? It's got to be here. So that is a 1 or a 4. And from the 1, 4, 7 set, and we can go 3 along its line and make this blue. And this digit on the white dot from 1 or 4 is 2, 3 or 5. We don't have any rule that it can't be the same as that. Okay, I don't know what to do with that info. Yeah, okay, I can't relate that 1 or 4 to this group either. I've got 4 more digits to place in the central row, 3, 5, 6, 9. Red. The puzzle is going to be to disambiguate red and yellow, to work out which one of them is. That digit is red or yellow because it's not blue. This one is red or yellow because it's 3 away from a red or yellow there. I mean, I am just going to persist in this kind of endeavour for a bit. This pair is an X and it sees the 2, 3. So again, it's from 1, 9 or 4, 6. It's got to have a blue digit. Oh, that's interesting. There's got to be a blue digit here, hasn't there? Because it's, yeah, there's either a 1 or a 4 on this. And therefore, this digit is the 7. Should I be able to work out something else in row 2? This digit has got 1 from the 1, 4 set and 1 from the 6, 9 set, but I don't know which colour the 6, 9 set is yet. I'm going to colour these blue because they are from the 1, 4, 6, 9 again is whatever colour 3, 6, 9 is. Now, can this be blue, or even does it have to be blue? Well, if this was blue, it would have to be a 7 again, because we've got 1, 4 in the box. There is a 7 in one of these 2 cells by Sudoku. 7 is the only digit we've now placed twice in the grid. I wonder if there's some symmetry thing, meaning this has to be blue. I don't get it if there is. I mean, there might be. I wonder what else I'm missing as well. Right. 2, 3 pair here and a 2, 3 pair here, but this one is in a more constrained area. If that was a 2, 3 pair, this would all be impossible because you'd have to have 2 and 3 in these cells, and the pencil marking says no. Oh, this X. Ah, I don't think I've thought this thing through at all, have I? I haven't looked at this X. There's only one way of making that up. It's 3 and 7. Oh, that is the giveaway. There we go. Right, we now know that yellow is the 369 group. Right, that gives us yellow down here. It's just been sitting there staring me in the face, hasn't it? That's a 6, 9. No, hang on. They could include 3. They're not on the region thing. So that's a 2. Now, these are the 6, 9 pair because they're yellow. These are the 5, 8 pair because they're red. I still don't know what colour these are. I've coloured that. 3, 6 or 9 on the white dot. That's not actually very helpful. This is just some 2, 4, 5 or 8. Well, okay, that's, no, I don't know, that's blue or red. I mean, that's, I'm going to mark that because it's not yellow. And this one 3 away from it on the same line has to be the same colour. Just had a thought about the 1-4s. You know I was relating those 3 as the same. Let's give them a letter. This might not matter, but it's available and I'm prepared to try things. So let's call them A. Not in the center, in the corner. Let's label them A. This one is B, the other version, and that's in a square, so it has to be different from this, which is A. That is B. And I just wondered whether that was going to tell us. Yes, it does. It tells us where B goes in this box, and that's quite interesting. That B and that B rule out all of those cells, so this must be B in box 1, which is a surprise. That's one off that we could find it is the surprise. Now, where's A in this box? That is a useful question. It's got to be here. So we know the colour, which is blue for that. And therefore this is blue and is 4. 4 is the only digit possibility there. This is now 3. That's not 3. This is now 1, and that's A. So that was worth the pencil marking that we did, I think. And that is an A, so that's 1. Oh, did it? Sorry, something didn't happen there. I was trying to make A's 1s, that's right. And B is 4. Here we go. And this, that is 2 or 8. That is, they, in fact, so is that. They're both from one set, and that set is coloured red. So these are both red as well. This is now yellow. This is yellow. That's all the modular lines coloured up. This digit is a 2 on the white dot. What next? We need a 4 in this box. It's not red and it's not there, so it's here. Then we need a 4 in one of those two positions. I have a feeling it's going to be on the line, but I don't know. One of those is a 4 and that's not a 4. That's also not a 4. Now, this doesn't have a 1 in, so it's a 4-6 pair. We know the order. There we go. That's going to be helpful. That's going to start getting us home. So 6 is coloured yellow, 4 is coloured blue. We've got all the blues, not quite in the top 3 rows. We're just missing 1, 7. 1, 4 there, 1 and 4 here. This is a 1, 4 pair. Sorry, I'm trying to colour it blue. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I've just noticed that is a different digit to that one. I don't know if this is helpful. It might turn out to be helpful. Oh, that's a 9 because of the X. I'm not very good at using X's today, but they're all done now. Yeah, what I was thinking here is the reason I know those aren't the same is because if they were, there'd be nowhere for that digit in box 5. So I think I might go back to A's and B's. Let's make that A and that B. That's on a square, so this one is A. And now A can't be in any of those cells in box 3. And it makes it quite likely to be the 6. I'll tell you what, it means A can't be 9. Because we've got A there and A there. Where could A, if it was 9, go in box 3? And the answer is nowhere. So A must be 6. And that's quite a nice piece of deduction. It's a nice setup of the puzzle. B is a 9 there. So this digit is now in its column, it sees 6 and 3. That's a 9. There might have been a much simpler way of finding that out, but I found that very neat, if I'm honest. That's a 5-8 pair there. Red. Okay, these can't have a 6 in. I know you think I'm going very slowly now, but I don't know what to do next. Right, these digits are 5, 6, 8. That one can't be 8. We've got a 5, 6, 8 triple in box 8, where I haven't been looking at all. 5, 6, 8, 4, 7. That is 1 or 9 as a result, given that it sees 3, 2 in the row. This is 2, 5, or 8 for its colour. So is this. Haven't done very well on reds, so maybe it's time to think about reds for a little bit. Or maybe not, because I don't see what that's bringing me. 8, 3, 2, 4 in row 8. We've got 1, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, I was nearly going to find the 7 in the row. Doesn't quite work. The 2 in box 3 is in one of those positions. Oh, goodness. 8. 8 in this box is in one of those 2. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit bogged down. 2 is looking at that digit. If you've been shouting that at the screen, you're right. 8, 4, 1, 2 across the row. That 1 is looking down at a 7 here now. That is the 1 in box 8. It's the only place it can go. We might have, well, almost all the 1s done. One of those 2 is a 1 and one of those 2. Not quite, but nearly. Right, these are different. They are 5 and 8. And they both see this cell, which also can't be 2, 3, 9, 6 or 4. So that is 1 or 7, and we've got a little pair, rather unexpectedly. That 5 and 8 also sees this cell, which can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 in the box, 6 in the row, 5, 8 on this line, and we know they're different. So that is a naked 9, and probably a helpful one. That gives us 9 down here, 9 over here in box 9, 9 in box 6. How are we doing on 9s? We've got 1 left, so that must be a right in. There it goes. We've got all the 9s done. And now this row is filling up. We need a 5 or a 6 here. That didn't get much else done. 9 in this central row is done, so everything else is 3, 5 or 6. One of those is a 6. This digit is yellow, and it can't be 9, so it's 3 or 6. This is 5 or 6. Okay. So what I hadn't worked out was there's only one place for 7 in this column, and there it is. And that means this is the only place for 3. Right, what colour was 7? Blue. Going to keep the colouring going. Don't really need it, but actually it hasn't been unhelpful throughout, if I'm honest. So 3, 3, the rivals. We can place a 3 there and a 3 here. Are we finished with 3s? No. Well, we're gonna be. We're gonna be. We can do the 3 in... Oh, we're not going to be. That's not a 3, but there is a 3 in one of those cells, and there is a 3 in one of those cells. And I can place 3 here in box 3. Right. Still haven't done much with reds. It must be time. That's a red cell because it's 8. 3, 2, 8, 1, 7, 9. So everything else in this row is 4, 5, 6. That one can't be 4. 4, 5, 6. So this is 8. This is 2. We can colour those the same colour. Up this central column, that's 5 or 6. That looks like it's helpful in the top row. 2 or 8 here, I can colour that. 7 or 8 here. 7 or 8 here. The only place for 2 in the top row was there. It's weird how this doesn't fall out. That's become a 5 in the box. So that's an 8. Let's get rid of the corner marking in all of these cells. I just don't need it anymore. That's a 5 in its box. That's a 6. This is 5. We're really, I think, finishing off finally now. 8 and 2 there. That's a 5. That's a 2, 6, 5, 6 and 8 down here. That's become a 5, so this is 6. 8s are red, 5s are red. Here we go, even 2s are red. Okay, now down this column, 8 and 5 still to go. 6 is, of course, yellow. Oh, that central 7 is blue. I never coloured that. That's a 3, 5, 8, 1, 4, 2, 9, 8, 5, 6, 3 and 7. Over the other side, 2 and 7. And then this corner has become a 6. That's going to fix all our numbers. And before we put in the last digit, let's colour up. Blue for 147, yellow for 369, red for 258, and there is a very colourful primary coloured grid. And this digit is a 7, and we have completed the Sagitta Speakeasy. We hope you enjoyed your stay with us, however brief it was. Come back sometime if you land in the Southern Triangle again. That's an area of the sky, I think, where the constellation Sagitta is. So maybe this star constellation resembles it. Ah, okay. Should have thought of that. Excellent stuff from Katie. Excellent recommendation from Viking Prime. We're always very grateful to you both, and thank you for watching us. We're so grateful that you spend your time with us on Friday evening. There's so many other things you could be doing. We do know that, even if you're watching it on Saturday or many years into the future. Thank you for being with us, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.